All right, everybody, we're back down here at Weird Beard Shop, getting the Mustang up on the DIY frame puller, get that core support pulled out. Perfect. Right there, right there, right there. That's good. Good job. All right, we'll get her strapped down and start pulling on it. Got it in the shop. I'm gonna get it tore back down, see exactly what we're working with. I got it up on the trailer now. Everything's strapped down so we can start making our pulls, but first I'm gonna get some of this stuff out of the way. Alright, so I've got the fenders and everything taken off. Went ahead and took the battery out, but I'm going to take a few more things off. I'm going to go ahead and get this washer bottle out of the way. I'm going to get the horns out of the way, and we're going to really get in here and look at this thing. Get a few more things out of the way, because I think I'm going to have to do a little tapping inside of here with a hammer, so I want to get this stuff out of the way. You can see where it's wrinkled up there. This side is the worst. This is the driver's side. It's the worst. The other side's hardly got anything wrong with it. It's going to be simple, but I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. I'll try and get up here high enough, but you can actually see how far back the radiator support is. This part right here is pushed back quite a bit, but I think we can get it out. It's not beyond repair. If this came into the body shop, we would fix it. We wouldn't cut this one out and replace it. It's not that bad. So I will get a few more things out of the way and we'll start pulling on this thing. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull this radiator back out. It's kind of in the way. I need to get back in behind here a little bit. So I'm just going to keep pulling things apart till I get it down where I need it. Check this out here. Got a special tool here. A lot of you may have seen this before, but in case you haven't, I figured I'd show you. This is a special tool that's made to take these weird little clamps off. See these here? Sometimes these could be a pain. I mean, you could do them with pliers or whatever, but look, this just clips on here like this. You squeeze the trigger and it grabs a hold of it. Now right here, I'm gonna squeeze this trigger, and when I do, watch what it does to the clamp as I squeeze this trigger. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Anybody that might be interested in this, it's made by Cornwell. And hell, there's the part number. Anybody wants to check into it. I'm sure there's other brands, probably cheaper ones even, that work just as well. But there you go, man. Figured I'd show you guys that in case you've never seen it before. Alright guys, I got a lot of it out of the way now. I got the battery box out of the way, horns, radiator. I've just pulled the condenser kind of over. I think that'll give me enough room to get in there and work. If not, I'll go ahead and pull it out. I'm trying to avoid it if I can. That side over there is not nearly as bad. I haven't taken all that apart yet, and I may not need to, so I'm not going to do it until I have to. But over here, we're going to have to do some pulling on that for sure. And we'll probably have to get in there and do a little bit of banging around on it. I mean, look at that. That's kind of pushed in pretty good. That's right behind the headlight. And over here you can really see where that's kind of kinked a little bit. And then you got this right here, of course. That went right under the fender. But I think we can get all that out. So we're going to start pulling on it right about now, I think. And just see if we can't get it going in the right direction. Alright, so I've got my puller set up. Got me this little clamp here. We're going to start pulling right here. I think this was the point of impact. So this is going to be the hardest part, this and over in this corner. And you might be asking yourself like, hey, how do you know how far to pull it? Well, just so happens I know somebody that has one of these cars, and we went over and measured it out off of some certain points, and I got the measurements right here. Check it out. All I got to do is measure from this screw right here to the middle of this hole right here, which is that hole there. Get it about 37 3/16 of an inch right to the center of that hole, and I'll be golden. So here we go, let's try it out. First, let's see how far off we are. We're not that far off. Looky there, can you see that? I mean, I thought we were way further than that. So what that tells me is most of what is in is this right here. Like I said, I think that was the point of impact. That's where most of it's pushed in. We'll get that out right now. She's moving. All right, so that's looking a lot straighter. Got ourselves a little buckle here. We're going to tap on it a little bit with a hammer while we still got the pressure on it. Okay. And that's looking a lot straighter across right through here. So we're going in the right direction. We're getting it. Okay, so we got this area here pulled out pretty good. We're still going to work the metal, but I think it's about where it needs to be. We'll take some more measurements here in just a minute and compare them to my other measurements off the other car. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit, and at the same time, you see how I got my chain kind of angled way down? What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to pull it down and out all at the same time, so we'll see how it goes. Pressure on this right here. I'm going to tap on this right here. So I got me a little bottle jack, a little block of wood. Just kind of holding a little pressure right here while I come through and kind of tap on all these high spots. We want to bring the high spots down, bring the low spots up. Gonna work on that little by little. A little more pressure underneath it. keep doing that. We'll just work our way down until we'll just keep flattening it out, little by little. Behind here on this low spot. Now I'm going to try to tap on this high spot and knock it down while there's pressure on the low spot. Look up inside of here, see how bent all that is? I can't get in there and get any of that. It's just, everything's in the way. So I'm gonna cut me a little window out right in here. That way I'll expose that and I can get in there and bang that out, and then we'll come back and we'll weld it back in. So that's the plan. Here we go. back in when we're done. But look, now I can get inside of here, be able to work all that out, because it's not going to have any strength to it if we just leave it bent. So we'll get in here, we'll weld all that back up, we will bang all that out, and then we will spray some color on it, keep it from rusting. Massaging the metal little by little, just kind of moving it around, and it's getting straighter little by little. Kind of working this off camera a little bit. Now that we could get in behind here, I mean, this is all starting to come out. Remember how dented the end that was earlier? This is all starting to come out, get back to its natural shape. I'm just going to keep banging around on it a little bit here and there in all the right places. We'll get some of this massaged out, and then we can weld that piece back on. I think we've got everything heading in the right direction. We've got most of our metal banged back out where it needs to be. I got a few little low spots here and there. I might be able to get in with the stud gun because you can't get in behind here. This is actually like 3 layers of metal, at least 2 anyway. And it won't let you all the way up in behind there, so it's really hard to get in and pull these out. But I'll try a little more with the stud gun tomorrow. Here too. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. But right here, this is what I was talking about. You know, we'll get in there, we'll weld that piece back in. But check it out. I mean, we were able to get in there and really hammer all that out. So, you know, I'll work on it a little bit more. We'll throw some paint and undercoat or something up in there, keep it from rusting. But yeah, I mean, it's all coming out. I mean, that was the worst of it right there. That was a bad spot. Is where it got pushed in the most. This driver's side was the worst. Passenger side didn't have much, hardly at all. I mean, it's got a little bit there. Not a big deal. Didn't even move our points. Both points on each side over here and over here still measured out exactly where it needed to be. It was all right in this area here, got pushed back, which wrinkled all of this up. And right in here was all the worst of it. I think that's going to get it on this episode. Tune in on the next one and we will get in there and we'll bang those fenders out, do some real metal work, get those as close as possible as we could get. Very little fill. We don't want very much filler. And I think I could save them, especially passenger side. Passenger side wasn't bad at all. Driver's side was toast. So we'll see. We'll give it our best shot. Hopefully we'll be able to get that out and save that fender, save us some money, because we don't want to buy all that kind of stuff. And you know, there's my hood. I've got a hood already. It's not exactly like the one that came off of it, but you know, it's a flip car. It'll work fine. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll see. But the bumper's repairable. This radiator support's coming out fine. So we'll keep plugging away at it. And I know you guys are excited to see how this thing turns out. I'm excited too. I think this is going to be a really sweet little car. Somebody's going to get a hell of a little car here. And we're going to bring this one back to life, get it back on the road. And I think that's it on this one. I want to thank Randy over at Auto Auction Rebuilds. He's been doing a great job over there finding these things. We had a little bit of a scare with this one, but hey, he pulled it off. So that's all that counts. She's doing fine. It's been driven more than enough to, if it was still a problem, there would have definitely been water in that oil by now, and it's not happening. So I think we dodged a bullet. I'm happy. The rest of this is nothing. This is just sheet metal. We'll get it all moved back around where it needs to be. Everything will fit together fine. It'll be great. Again, I want to thank Ray's Paint and Body, man. Dude sent me some tape. That was really, really cool of you. I really appreciate that, no doubt. I love you guys, man. This is great. This is awesome. The whole YouTube thing, it's blowing my mind. I cannot believe people actually want to watch me work on these cars. I would have never thought it. And to think enough of me to want to send me something like, you know, $30, $40 worth of tape. Hey, man, that's awesome. That means a lot to me, for real, no joke. So I'm going to keep working as hard as I can on these cars to bring you guys some good content and show my appreciation for all of you, all of your support. You guys have been great. The channel has really taken off, and I'm excited, man. I want to keep doing this. But hey, I'm talking too much. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Check out my Instagram page. We will put a link to that in the bio or in the description. Thank you. See you guys next time.